First of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming to share our special day with us. The tour has been fantastic, and we're delighted to have so many friends and family here to share it with us. We'd like to thank everybody for all the generous gifts. I think I can speak for myself and Michelle, who've been completely overwhelmed with the gifts, and thanks again for that. So, I was doing my research for my speech, and I discovered one thing which I thought was actually quite good. An old wives' tale suggests that the groom's speech should last as long as he does in bed.
Sit down!
So, with this in mind, I strongly suggest the bar is open, go and get a drink. We are going to be here for a while. But no, seriously, ladies and gents, thanks very much and good night. No, I'm back. You can go to the bar now. So, moving on. Thanks. Where do I start with thanks? There's many thanks to say.
Too many stuff!
I'd like to thank Bishop Jim. To follow what was said, it was an absolute honour to have him, and he's done a wonderful ceremony, and we're delighted, and thanks very much, Jim. The church singer, Jennifer, was fantastic.
Yeah. You better thank her, lad.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. I'd like to thank my two sisters, Linda and Suzanne, who gave us an awful lot of help and guidance, and without them, would have made the last few days a lot tougher. Running around, we were running around, but we could have been worse. So I'd like to thank Suzanne and Linda. Other than that, I'd like to thank everybody else who made today be the perfect day for myself and Michelle. It's been perfect so far. You know, so far so good. May it last. So I'd like to thank Steve for doing the video. I'm on now.
What would you say, sorry?
And that's another few minutes of your
What you say
minutes.
another, did you say thank you?
Thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
I'd like to thank my best man. He was late this morning, but he came good. No, it was good to be able to just, pass it on to somebody else. I wanted to concentrate and enjoy the day, and just to pass it on and say, do this or do that, or here's a card, or sort that out. And it was good because I didn't want to get worked up at it. And I haven't so far, and I don't intend to. So, thanks very much, Jay. Thank you. I'd like to thank Martin for welcoming me into the family. The Bryan family are fantastic, and it's a pleasure every time I call over them. You're always most welcome, and all the family, Linda, Darren, it's a wonderful family, and it's a pleasure to be part of it. And thanks for that. And I'd like to extend that also. What Martin said about raising Michelle, she's done an absolute wonderful job. She's a perfect lady. And thank you to my own mum and dad. I'd like to say, without swallowing my head too much, I'm not the worst. Thanks very much. Kept me out of trouble, steer me the right way. And thanks very much, mum and dad. You've been great. So, about marriage. I've asked around about marriage, and the feedback that came back about marriage is that with marriage there's 3 rings. An engagement ring, a wedding ring, and suffering. But no, I'm only joking. No, I have lots of good things to say. Bear with me. It's coming on. But Michelle, what can I say about Michelle? I have lots to say about Michelle, but that comes later. But I just give you a taste of what myself and Michelle have came through in the last few years. We met at a taxi rank. position myself under a spotlight in Michelle's direction, you know, like trying to catch her eye, you know. I know, but it worked. I was under the brightest spotlight in the nightclub, so it had to work, didn't it? So that was how we met. Michelle never believes me actually when I say that I always have the eyeliner because we went to the same school. But it's true. It's true. I always have the eyeliner. But in fact, back then, little did we know we were actually waiting on each other. You believe me now? I have the eyeliner. If you don't, you never will. But going back to the proposal. In May 2008, Michelle took me to Paris. Now, some said there may be a proposal, but I absolutely played it down. I said, no. I said, Michelle's taking me away, sure. Why would I be making any proposal? Maybe she's going to ask me. But of course, I was busy with my preparations, and it was all coming to plan. And so, some who said there may be a proposal were right. So, we went on a trip up the Eiffel Tower, which had been planned. So, you have to bear with me here. I was going around Paris from early morning with Michelle, carrying a knife. Right? Stay with me. Before your mind goes away. Now, it was actually a butter knife. I had a terrible gash in my leg with the butter knife that I had down there, but I mean, lucky it wasn't anything else. But anyway, we went up the Eiffel Tower, and I produced the knife. A few people ran away, but they obviously didn't understand what I was going to say. So we were leaning over the balcony and looking out into the view, and I took out the knife and I said to Michelle, will you make my sandwiches for me for the rest of my life? It was a Newbridge Cutlery silver knife. It's actually in Michelle's bottom drawer at the moment, which I think it's there since May 2008. But no, she's very good. She looks after me very well, and thanks for that. Thanks to whoever gave us the knife and fork set for her engagement, because that's what she makes my sandwiches with. But let's see, what else can I say? The bridesmaids. You've done a wonderful job today, making sure Michelle looks fantastic, which she does. And you look fantastic yourselves. Ladies and gents, if you'd be upstanding and raise your glasses in a toast to the beautiful bridesmaids. The beautiful bridesmaids.
Beautiful bridesmaids.